Ooh. Bring it back in. Came in a little too hot there. Focus, recentered. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JetFalco. So glad you're here. What do you think? Kind of cool, right? Got a new setup, a new rig, battle station, I think is what they're calling it. I upgraded my setup recently from a laptop to desktop, and I'm really enjoying the difference in processing power. The amount of dedicated RAM it's real nice. Real nice. Got one of those swing arms. You can go record over here, you can go record over here, you can go up high, you can go down low. Sorry, that probably doesn't sound nice in your ears. I'm gonna try something a little bit different that I've never really done before on this channel. I want to try to draw a commission in front of you so you can see that I'm legit. I don't trace, whatever. Not chump. I've practiced, did my homework, and I'm gonna work on one of my commissions in front of you. Is that cool? You want to check it out? Today, my buddy Scott, he's got this stack of comics that I've got to go through, and it's all Justice League, and it's all pencil. So I'm gonna draw the Flash, the Grant Gustin Flash from CW. You've probably seen the show, right? I drew Man of Steel, Henry Cavill. I did Ben Affleck, Batfleck, Gal Gadot with the bracer, blocking bullets, right? And my recent one is the Aquaman, Jason Momoa himself, his glorious, majestic gold King of Atlantis suit with all the scales and the shine and that trident. Oh, that was so much fun to draw. So now we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're not gonna do the Ezra Miller Flash from the movies. We're gonna do the Grant Gustin as special requested from my buddy Scott. So we've got a blank sketch cover, so we're gonna try it. So this rig right here, we're capable of doing some new things that we've never really done before. Watch this. One click of the big red circle button and oh, look at that. Cool, right? So we're gonna look for Calzone's Pizza in defense. Oh, just ignore my history. Grant Gustin Flash, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a classic Google image search for a good pose, something dramatic, something intense, not too intense. Like this is a good healthy pose. As you saw with my other ones, I like to go from like the waist up usually. You know, something just to capture most of their suit and most of their style. Like, oh, I like this pose. This pose is awesome. But I want to do one with the mask on because that's, you know, it's the Flash. You gotta have the mask. I love this pose. If it was a little longer, that'd be nice. So what we got here? I know one trick I like to do is if you're ever looking for a good classic pose, especially for superheroes, type in their name and sometimes the network they're on and promo. Yeah. So then you can find some classic Flash images with the running pose and some cool effects. Like this image is almost perfect. I want more of a lunge than this. This is kind of just like a running pose, but I need that full running lunge. Something like this, but from the front. You know what I mean? This is gonna be tough. I'm finding some good ones. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with this one because I love the deep stride he's got with that lunge pose the Flash is doing in this one, and it's just the right amount of body that I want to show in the sketch. Cool. As that is printing, I'm gonna shift the camera over to my other tripod that I have set up just above my easel style sketchboard area so you can see the magic happen. All right? Okay, well I just wanted to step over here and give you a little tour of the workspace before we get started. This right here, this desk has saved my back so many times. I drew my whole comic on this thing. It goes all the way upright and goes all the way flat, and right now it's in the middle at 45 degrees or so. It's only like $100 or $50 on Black Friday at Michael's. Check it out. It has all this storage space for art supplies and papers and then some shelving underneath. Good God, this thing is amazing, right? So yeah, check this out if you're a struggling artist looking to prevent back injury. So before we go any further, I just wanted to say, you know, I'm not a diva by any means. I just have a few simple necessities that any artist needs to make sure their art goes swimmingly. Like this light up here, for example, the brightest, truest light to, you know, bring out the whites and the deepest colors, hues, vibrance. Such great contrast because of this light. Check it out too. It's at Michael's, 15 bucks or so. By the way, we are not sponsored by Michael's, but Michael's, if you're listening, hit me up, yo. So this right here, just a napkin, you know, run-of-the-mill napkin. Some people use them for boogers, snot, blood, sweat, tears. Sure, art can be demanding. You never know when you're gonna need a napkin. Tip number one, got my boys and girl for emotional support. Love you guys. And this over here, random assortment of pens, pencils, markers. I don't even use this stuff. This is just to make me a pure experience. And nice straight edge to draw straight edges, straight line. Don't look at that. Also, yeah, straight lines. Got one of the circle tools, speech bubbles, explosion, stars, whatever. It's a nice tool to have. This is my go-to. You gotta have the pencils, blending, charcoal. Yeah. Right here, got some binder clips for clipping some art and reference files up to the top of the board. My pencil sharpeners in there too. 3 or 4 different kinds of polyplastic, rubber, different kinds of erasers. And there's this one right here. This one's so good. It can basically erase life. It's that good. Nice thick blending stump. Gotta have it. And then right here we just have a few, you know, simple necessities that any artist could use. Chapstick, candy cane flavor, keeps me awake. Also delicious. A nice novelty eraser thing. Doesn't erase crap. Cop drops, token from the local arcade, gold chain. Alright, cool. And some silica gel in case I get hungry. So yeah, just typical stuff that every artist needs if they're gonna get their art done nice and smooth. So this is it. This is my workspace. This is where I draw. I did my own comic here, and I will continue to do my comic here. Right now, we're going to dive right into it. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. If you've stuck with me so far, we're about halfway through the video or so. I'm going to show you some cool highlights of drawing this right before your eyes. You're going to see Flash come to being, come alive, if you stick around. So, I'm going to go set up the camera. Let's do it. All right, so we've got our Ash, and we've got Flash. We're going to transfer Ash to Flash. Hopefully it'll look pretty when we're done. That angle isn't too nauseating. I'm just going to, oh my god. So let's just grab a mechanical pencil and trace out the general figure of the shapes of the head. Got some deep shoulders here. Running pose is really good lunge, like I said. But I like this pose too because it shows more legs. If you notice in the show, he does a lot of those running scenes from the waist up, because it doesn't use as much energy. I mean, filming like 25 episodes or so a season, you gotta be exhausted after all that running, so to speak. As you can see with this one, just a pose, but it's as convincing of a running pose as I could find. So I'm just kind of tracing out the general area of where the details will go on top of that. So, and if you're drawing too, I don't know if this is going to be like a Joy of Painting Bob Ross experience, but sure, you're welcome to. Grab a pencil and paper. Let's do it. I'd love to see what you come up with too. I mean, seriously, leave a link to Imgur or Reddit or something where you post your own version of the sketch. And is this showing up well? I know that the light might be a little bright, but I'll fix the contrast in post. And there's some bicep muscle there too, some creases. This is the general placing of all the details. The details themselves will follow soon after I get all of the placing situated. So as you can see, his hand is very open here, which is different, I've noticed, with Grant Gustin's Flash. That is actually kind of big, but he has his hands open more than like the comic or cartoon Flash would. You know, he's like slicing through the air. It's more aerodynamic. But with Grant Gustin's Flash, it's more of a open palmed run. I don't know what I'm talking about, yeah. I'm just an artist doing his thing. I've never had to talk this much as I am creating. So it's gonna be kind of sloppy at first, but that's why we use pencil and we go back and we can fix all the other stuff. It's a little less stressful than drawing in ink straight off the bat, that's for sure. Whenever I do an ink commission, I'm always sketching before. I don't want to mess it up. If they're paying good money, I want to make sure they get something that they like. I'm not going to just try it in ink the first try. I'm definitely going to take a pencil to it first. So, always looks terrible at first. Oh man, that belt is kind of low there, isn't it? It's a weird crease too at the crotch area. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Then you've got the creases on the right side, which kind of bubble out a little bit. Come back tight right there, and then tighter around the thigh, which is extended forward with foreshortening, which is always going to be one of the most difficult things to draw, is the foreshortening for sure. Interesting, like knee pad sort of shape. The lightning effects on his clothes, his pants. And there's like smooth leather, and then it goes up to textured leather. Yeah, there we go. And then more knee creases, knee pad creases, right? This dude has some skinny legs. Good God, I remember when my legs that were that skinny literally fit into any pair of pants back then. Back when wearing girl jeans was cool for guys. Do you remember that? Man, I'm really aging myself. Yeah, back in my day, boys like you to wear girl jeans to be cool. So stupid. Pant thing goes up like that, and then up like that. More creases, and then the belt is really low. Man, this costume I thought would be way easier, but I should have lightened the image up a little bit. Oh, learning experience. Hey, it's my first time with the Let's Draw here. Go easy on me, guys. Okay, so we got some like lightning bolts there on the side of the pants. The flash of the lightning bolts. Okay, it's kind of slowly coming together. Separation of the textured leather and the smooth leather, which happens right there, and then coming down here, nice and smooth. We've got the collar area, and we're coming down here with the zipper guard. Zipper guard, is that right? Flash logo is kind of like off to the side because he's twisted. Twisted, mate. You're twisted. Make a nice circle right about there. Kind of a disc. Always think of a disc, so it's going to be kind of slim. But then we've got our lightning, and the lightning is also kind of foreshortened near the bottom. Yeah, because he's leaning forward. So there we go. Don't take too many creative liberties on this, Jet. Make it look like it's supposed to. But I know the guy who I'm drawing this for, he loves the style, the changes I make on it, but you know, kind of to make it my own. I'll stay true as possible. I will try. Now it's a 3D lightning bolt. As you can see, it's raised, kind of bevel or whatever, embossed. I don't remember what the word is. Oh yeah, there's like a crease on the front. A pleat. I am so experienced. And then we've got this zipper guard thing. It goes down here. Creases. So many creases with this flash. So yeah, there it is. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna change this hand. I don't like it open. Like he's grabbing something. I'm gonna make it more aerodynamic. I'm gonna make it fluid. I'm gonna make him slice the air. I know at first you're like, I don't know about that, but no, trust me. I know the Flash. The Flash would slice the air. So much more efficient. It's all about efficiency with the Flash. His suit is made out of a certain space grade leather material, so it reduces friction. So there we go. That looks better. Doesn't that look better? Look at that. You've got the like grabbing a random melon in the air or catching an invisible fly ball, and then you've got the slice, chop. I prefer the chop. Slice the air, swim through the air. And you've got the back shoulder. Now I'm tempted to, instead of just making like a random stump there for the back arm like that, I'm tempted to bring it out for another slice right here, you know? Like when you go out for pizza with your bros, you gotta go get another slice. You can never have just one, right? So I'm gonna have 2 slices right here. We're gonna do 2 slices of Flash pizza. Oh yeah. Still more angle. Big helmet hood thing. Very downward gaze. Yeah, ish. Contour the eyes. Follow that curve. There we go. How's your drawing going? Good? Better than mine? Maybe you copied that a little closer than I did. Might be easier. Have fun with it, guys. It's always good fun. And he's kind of got like a mask too. But it's a helmet mask. He's got his eye, which is kind of tilted. Boyish tilted eyes. Not too tilted. Just enough to make him look mysterious, right? Yeah, and then the iris area. I think for realistic drawings, the face might be my favorite part now, which is so weird. I used to hate it in high school. It made us draw realistic faces all the time, and I hated it with a passion. Just wanted to draw anime, dude. But now, when I draw faces, it's like, how close can I get this to look just like the real guy or the real girl? And it is challenging, but it's such a good challenge to take on, especially with old school pencils, you know? Mechanical pencils, it's also a challenge. It's easier to get more thin lines in there, but the shading of the real people's faces can be so much fun sometimes. When I was shading Jason Momoa's face as Aquaman with that one I showed you on the screen earlier, that one right there, oh man, adding the beard hairs was a grueling task to say the least, but it was fun. Breathing life into your art is something that only comes with more and more practice. You can draw the same picture and it will look different every single day if you draw it every day for a year. Every day for a year drawing challenge. What should we call that? If that's already a thing, please hit me up in the comments. Let me know, because man, I'm still new to this artist YouTube thing, and it's something I've always wanted to pursue. But I don't know every single social trend out there. Like, I just learned maybe 2 years ago about Inktober. Had fun with that. I'll throw some of my Inktober images up there for you from, I think it was 2 years ago when I did it. And couldn't do it last year because I was busy doing my comic, but in 2017, I had a blast. So if there's any other cool things like that, let me know in the comments. Yeah, share those ideas with me, those artist challenges. I know about Draw This in Your Style. I've always wanted to do that. So if you have a link to an image that you want me to draw in my style that you created originally, I am all for that. You let me know. I would love to take part. The artist community on Twitter and Instagram and all that is something I love being a part of. And whenever you meet the people you follow at Comic Cons and at artist meetups and events, like, that is something I live for, is to just continuously build the artist community. So that's why you'll see me at so many conventions and so many art shows around my area. And hopefully if my YouTube channel takes off, I'm definitely going to be hitting up more art shows all across the US, maybe even Canada, because I've always been a huge believer that the artist community is one of the strongest communities out there, and I'm so thankful that I get to be a small part of it. So if you have any cool artist ideas or anything you'd like to share with me, whether it be social media artist challenges or just share your own fan art or your art, or one thing I honestly like, if you do this, I will love you forever. If you draw fan art of my comic characters on DreamersEcho.com, send me copies, tag me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and you draw my characters in your style, you'll win my heart forever, my friend. Forever. I have a continuously building collection of all the fan art I found and commissioned of my characters for my comic, and then at the end of each volume I have another guest art gallery that I put together featuring these people's art, and it's only grown and tripled and quadrupled in size as time goes on, and I can't wait to feature more. So another thing I invite you to do is to check out my comic characters on DreamersEcho.com, link in the description. I'd love to see them in your style. Tag me, we'll connect for sure. Thanks a lot for watching so far. This might be a 2 or 3 part series. This is just part 1. Just wanted to get the intro out of the way, the tour, and the basic sketch before we get into the nitty gritty of it all. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm just kind of applying some light shades to the face so I know exactly where the shadows are to create more of a realistic contour to the lip, to like the jowl area, to apply some nice shade to all of these areas to make it look as realistic as possible. I really want Grant's features to shine. He's got a narrow, very manly, but almost slender face. Not too bad. I might bring the nose up a little bit. Makes it look more realistic, more human. If it wasn't for like the copyright algorithm, I would have the flash up on a tablet right here, watching the show along with you as we draw the picture. That would be so magical, but copyright issues and all that good stuff. So right now we're just going to keep entertaining you guys with some cool small talk. I will make this a live event eventually, so we can have some cool like live chats going on, and that would be real fun too. What do you think? That'd be cool. So, what do you think? Let me know how it looks in the comments. It's already kind of come into being, right? It's a little more anime-ish because that's what my background of art style is, anime. But hey, Grant has like the perfect anime boy body. He's so slender and muscular. He could be any anime protagonist. So this is the general sketch of it all, and I'm pretty happy with how it's going so far. I'll stick around for a few more minutes, see what else we can get done here, and then we'll see you in the next one. All right? Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight as we draw the Flash. I really hope you enjoy this content. It's not going to make any money on YouTube. I don't even know what that is going to amount to be. Hopefully someday we'll be able to build more of a foundation so that I will be able to do this for you guys full time. That would be so cool. It's my dream, and I would love to make it a live chat thing too, so we can just hang out and draw together, right? Let's just all draw together. That'd be fun. Actually, when I was a little kid, me and my friends used to meet up, throw DBZ on the TV, some Toonami. We would just draw on the kitchen table. We would make comics, we would make posters, we would make our own like original characters, and that's what we did. We went outside and we rode bikes and effed around with the best of them. You know, we didn't just draw. But when we weren't getting into trouble outside or the shenanigans, we would, me and my friends would just meet up and draw and compare original characters, original board game ideas, video game character ideas, and yeah, that was some of the fondest fun memories I've had as a kid, was just hanging out and drawing with my friends. Our parents thought we were such losers. But we had a blast, and some of my main characters like Wolfie, Falco, Roz. Falco I came up with when I was in 7th grade, hanging out at my friend's house. I came up with this guy named Falco. If I have him, I'll throw one of the original designs of Falco. I'll put it right here. Look at that. That is amazing. That was from like 7th or 8th grade. I came up with that design, and now he's a main character in a comic. And my YouTube name, JetFalco, named after him. He's not named after me by any sense. He was the chicken, but I was the egg, or he was the egg, I was the chicken. Either way, he came first. I followed soon after. So, in honor of him and being one of the fastest kids in my school, Jet, they called me Jet in middle school. That's where I came up with the name JetFalco. So that's your factoid of the day at the JetFalco channel here on YouTube. You get some cool art, tutorials, and let's draws, and then some cool facts as well. Stick around, subscribe, leave a like, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is the sketch we've got so far. Check it out. The Flash. Oh man, there we go. Angle is so awkward. What am I doing? Like mirrored and oh man, YouTube is such a challenge. Yeah, okay, post our thumbnail. See you guys.